Much, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you making your way back speedily in order for us to commence with the remainder of the program. It's been amazing seeing you all network, engage, share some insight, and of course, some of your feedback in terms of the conversation that's taking place here today. We'll afford you a moment or two just to make your way with your refreshments, have a seat, and of course, prepare for us to shift gears and easily segue from technology to the green economy and making sure that we prioritize inclusive growth in the green economy as well. We're about to get to our first speaker for this particular session, but before we do that, there's a few announcements that I'd like to share with you, largely pertaining to your interaction, right? And the commitment that was also made by Vodacom just a moment ago in order to assist companies that are looking to use technology in order to participate in the evolution of inclusive growth, or rather inclusive and equitable philanthropy. Yeah, that's the theme. Well, that's a commitment that Vodacom has made, that 250,000. Some of the NPOs that are in the room, we trust that you've made your way to the Vodacom stand at the exhibition center and exhibition hall to actually share and motivate why it is and how it is that you will actually use this capital in order to facilitate technology or digital innovation. But of course, to our digital audience that's also joining us, we want you to send an email. We're not excluding you from this opportunity, so please do send an email. The email to be cognizant of is conference@trialogue.co.za, and this is where you'll be able to send through a brief motivation, name and details of your institution, and your motivation as to what you'll do with the IT support worth 250,000 Rand. Perfect. In the audience, you've got some sugar in your system, some refreshments, you've stretched your legs, you've met some of your counterparts. How are we feeling so far? Still on stage 3, level 3 applause? Ow. Ow. Kenzie, there's a reason why we're doing this. We're getting them warmed up for you. Now, there's some insight. Kenzie's a phenomenal marketer within the banking environment, and as we know, Nedbank itself has been playing a very key role, not only in the world of CSI, shared value, but of course in the green economy as well. But like many of us, she gets and absorbs her energy from the rest of you in the room. So the more love and enthusiasm we share with Kenzie, the more love and enthusiasm she'll share back with us. So to all of you again, please a reminder to keep that energy going. But just before we do get to a presentation, 2 more themes that I'd like to highlight and share with you. You might recall that this morning I highlighted and alerted you to the fact that we will be offering a prize, and that particular prize is the listing in the Trialogue directory, specifically for NPOs, for individuals and companies that actually share their vibrancy and share the information that we have here today on social media platforms, primarily when it comes to thoughts and insights that we've heard from various speakers, and you sharing your commentary as to how this can be impacted and applied into the organizations that you serve. Well, there's 2 individuals who are winners from the first session. This is specifically for the digital session. There'll also be winners that will be sharing their announcements and announced in the second session, being the green economy. Again, this prize is a listing in the directory of Trialogue. It applies to those who share their thoughts in the comment section, and of course those on social media who have been actively posting and actively sharing some of their feedback as well. So the prize is twofold: chats on the platform and commentary that's shared there together with social media. And we've got 2 winners who will be announced from this morning, and that's specifically Almarie Pereira, who is one of the first winners, winning a prize there of the listing. So not sure if Almarie is present or online, and Soraya Jonas. Soraya Jonas also winning a prize there in that listing. Not sure if they're in the room, but congratulations to them. We will be able to reach out to you just to ensure that your entity is listed in the Trialogue directory. If you happen to be a sponsor, you'll be able to allocate or provide us with the name of an NPO that you'd like to have listed in the directory. But we'll be able to facilitate and assist you with that if you do go back to the registration tables. A Trialogue representative will be able to assist you going further. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, to those of you in the room and those of you online, we've given you some time to warm up. Our next speaker is going to help us fully understand how green is the new gold. Not sure if we're talking avocados. Probably not, but we know that that's also another form of green that is proven to be gold in South Africa's agricultural space, but primarily when it comes to a just transition, how it is that we prioritize ESG and, of course, the Sustainable Development Goals by ensuring that we prioritize the growth and development and advancement of a green economy in South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, please warmly welcome on stage our first speaker who is present. She'll commence with a video and then follow through with a presentation. Kensani Nobanda from Nedbank. A level 3 applause, please. There we go.
Nedbank is leading the charge towards a low-carbon, resource-efficient economy through the launch of its Green Economy CSI strategy, investing millions to develop jobs and emerging enterprises in agriculture, waste, water, and energy projects. Our commitment to the green economy as our CSI anchor strategy is one of the key ways in which we intend to contribute to its realization and sustainable effectiveness. By implementing our strategy aligned to the 4 strategic levers, those being agriculture, energy, water, and waste, we aim to drive and support our communities, especially in addressing the very evident societal gaps.
Can I still say good morning? We've got about 3 minutes before I would say good afternoon. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm sitting on stage already because I didn't want for you guys to feel the pain of me hobbling onto the stage and trying to get myself seated down. Everyone keeps on asking me what happened to, your foot. And I wish I had like a little video that, as you said, I just airdrop you so that I can give you my response. Because as you can imagine, I've had to be answering that question for some time. So thank you for having us as Nedbank today. And I think what I really wanted to, the first thing is just to ask a question to you guys. Green, is it the new gold? Imagine for a moment that it's the year 2035. And we're living in a world in which the Sustainable Development Goals have been realized. Imagine for a moment that South Africa has achieved its green economy aspirations. Suspend for a moment whatever doubts or disbelief you have regarding the achievement of the SDGs and South Africa's green economic future, and allow your mind for a minute or two to visualize this. Without a doubt, this future would look different in each of our mind's eyes because we all have our own personal hopes, our personal dreams, and priorities for a greener, better future. However, even with all that, we all have basic needs. And as such, I think we can agree that such a green tomorrow includes food for everyone, no poverty, and especially for our country, a significantly reduced unemployment rate. It's a world in which the overwhelming majority of our enthusiastic and talented young South Africans are gainfully employed, giving life to their entrepreneurial spirits and contributing to the sustainable growth of our country. Maybe your vision of a future green South Africa includes vast, rolling fields of healthy crops, tended to by a content and well-paid labor force, and interspersed by rows of wind turbines silently powering the surrounding towns and cities. Or maybe your vision of a green economy actually leans more towards the color blue, with all South Africans having access to clean, safe drinking water, coastlines that are clean, thriving and easily supporting the communities that live off their bounty. Then there are no doubt some of you whose vision of green is less about what we have and use and more about what we don't. A world in which responsible use of resources is ingrained in our culture, where our first thought is how we can reuse an item, not how we dispose of it. Thank you for indulging me in this exercise. While it might seem a little bit contrived, it demonstrates the many facets of our development goals and basic needs as human beings. Because for us at Nedbank, green is the new gold. We are of the view that it is imperative that we all avoid focusing so much on the challenges and hurdles associated with the achievement of South Africa's green economy aspirations and start getting excited about the numerous opportunities that it presents, not only once we reach that green destination, but also as an integral part of the process of getting there. At the end of 2021, we took the conscious decision to focus on these opportunities presented by our country's move towards a green economy, not for the benefit just of our business, although there are many commercial benefits to be unlocked, but also to give full effect to our purpose. And our purpose is to use our financial expertise to do good for individuals, families, companies, and society. We recognize that the green economy is the only viable way of achieving sustainable development that ensures the diverse needs of the current population are met without jeopardizing the ability of future generations to also meet their needs, and very importantly, without putting our vital natural resources at risk. For us, a truly green economy is one that balances low carbon emissions, resource efficiencies, and human well-being, while reducing risks to and the impacts on the environment and scarce ecological assets. We have always been an organization that recognizes the vital link between humans and nature, and our sustainability efforts over the years have reflected this understanding and commitment. But we know we need to do more. A changing world demands an ever-evolving and dynamic social investment approach. So we've made the decision to put the green economy at the very core of who we are as an organization that does good. We've done this by implementing a bold new CSI anchor strategy, simply called the green economy. The anchor strategy is essentially the expression of our understanding that the green economy represents the vital interconnection between economic growth, social protection, and the preservation of the natural ecosystem. The strategy is our way as a catalyst for sustainable and inclusive economic growth, primarily by leveraging the opportunities presented by the ever-evolving green economy to grow entrepreneurship and employment. Put another way, Nedbank recognizes that green is the new gold for South Africa, and we are determined to ensure that all South Africans benefit from it. Our Green Economy CSI strategy sharpens the focus of our entire group on the responsibility that we have to make sure that everything we do from a social and environmental sustainability perspective contributes to the achievement of the green economy ambitions of the countries in which we operate. In other words, it effectively refines our purpose to do good with a clear end goal in place. We are very clear where we want to get to. In addition, our strategy is also an important overlay on our broader commitment to contribute to the achievement of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Nedbank's Sustainable Development Framework prioritizes 9 of these SDGs as areas in which we believe we can deliver the biggest societal, economic, and environmental impacts. These range from clean water and sanitation, affordable clean energy, and responsible consumption to decent work and economic growth, reduced inequalities, and sustainable cities. These are all integral components of a truly green economy, so our strategy effectively amplifies our efforts and effectiveness in each of the SDGs making up our Nedbank Sustainable Development Framework. At a practical level, we are working to deliver on this ambition to unlock the gold in green by supporting projects that have high potential to deliver progress in quality education, skills development, entrepreneurship, and job creation across 4 green economy sectors we have identified, which are water, energy, waste, and agriculture. Effectively, we will be using our CSI investments as a catalyst to unlock commercially scalable and ecologically sustainable economic growth opportunities, both in the rural and peri-urban communities. And we're going to do this by leveraging technology, innovation, and partnerships. And I actually want to invite you, as you go out into the different brand areas outside, I'd love you to go to the Nedbank stand, because I want you to meet Lindiwe. And I'll talk a little bit about Lindiwe. She owns an organization called Jeslu Water, a startup enterprise which provides high-quality water solutions and hydro consultancy services to clients using green technology. Now, when you visit our stand, you're going to get a first-hand taste of a product, which is a cost-effective, clean drinking water solution that's currently being distributed to communities in Limpopo and Gauteng. These are the organizations that we want to continue to fund. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is actually really the reason why Nedbank is here today, why we chose to be one of the key content sponsors for the Trialogue Business and Society Conference. We know just how powerful collaboration and partnership can be. Takalani from Vodacom spoke about that. While we are committed to making sure that access to opportunities presented by the green economy is shared by as many South Africans as possible, we know that alone we can only do so much. Together, on the other hand, our impact is significantly multiplied, and conferences like this are the fertile ground in which the seeds of effective collaboration are sown. So I put the challenge out to you guys, to all the organizations that are here, the NPOs that are here. I put the challenge to you guys to say, how can you partner with us as Nedbank? We look forward to partnering with you to go from merely imagining a green, sustainable, inclusive, and opportunity-rich South Africa to actually building it together. Thank you so much for having us today as Nedbank. I'm looking forward to the rest of the session. Thanks, Gugu.